What's the T?
Let's see, what's the T? What's it gonna be? He or she. It's one of my favorite t-shirts, and you know it's getting really old. It says adventure. I love adventure, but I have been at a standstill for a while, and some of us are really exhausted from everything. Politics, relationships, healing. Healing is not, it's not glamorous, babe. It isn't. There are beautiful moments in it, but it is not, it's hard work, okay? So what's the T? Travel. I just said adventure. You saw me shuffle the cards, okay? So, how wonderful is that? Remember, the cards are a storyline, and because this is, something's incomplete, because this is a collective reading, you take what resonates with you and let the other stuff float away like a paper boat on a lake when the wind takes it. That's how we meditate. We let go. We release. And what else do? We surrender. So something feels incomplete to you. Boy, do I love bread. Looking at that, I'm trying not to eat that much bread. You want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. I talk about this all the time. And if you're not like that song, I keep playing that song, and you should listen to the lyrics of that song as well. If you don't respect yourself, ain't nobody gonna give a good cahoot. Because people, they just, they're concerned about their own gain, a lot of people. And not everybody. There are some great people out there. I have some great friends. I have some great cousins. I have a lot of blessings in my life. I even have some beautiful people that I met on social media who I consider friends now. And so that's what you have to look at. Do you need one particular person? Are you rehearsing the past in other relationships? We are always complete. It's how we think about things that shifts the energy, okay? So, marrying for money. All right, so the material thing. I have a friend that when they visit where I live, it's very beautiful by the ocean, and there are some beautiful, exquisite homes, and they're always like, those B-A-S-T, like jealous. And I always say, well, don't be jealous, because you don't know what their life is like, right? I'd rather have a simple life, and because when you have a lot of money, you got to take care of that money. I'd rather have a simple life than marry for the money. I'd rather take care of myself than marry for the money. So those are the things that are going on right now for you, okay? And you're thinking about, there's money issues. Okay, bankrupt. There's money issues possibly for whoever's watching this. None of my business, but you may have been in some kind of a relationship where you thought this is what you were getting, but this could be what you have now, okay? And it could be because of a separation or something like that. Played out. It wasn't what you thought it was. Unlovable. Practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. I talk about my flaws. Maybe not as much as I should, but I will admit it. When I get my cranky on, and I was a little bit like that this week. I felt like I was, I think a lot of us feel like we're having a hard time grounding with everything that's going on. But you are lovable always. God loves you. The universe loves you. Dirt digging. Look for dirt on you or vice versa. I wouldn't waste my time looking for dirt on anybody else. And if they're doing that with you, you know who you are. Like that saying, it is no one's business. It's not my business what anybody thinks of me. And that's where I'm at right now, because with grief and losing my son, and for other people who are going through grief, I know that it shifts your reality so much so. And I speak about this because I know there's so many people out there that are going through this, okay? There are so many people that have lost a child, even a pet, a husband, a wife, a relationship. You know, we have to take care of ourselves, and you will find out that some people will not understand that. Those are not your people. And so if they're digging on dirt for you because they're angry with you or something else, don't you do that back to them. Because, you know, I've seen people, there are people that when I'm on live, they ask me, someone put a spell on me, this, that, and the other thing. You can put the protection of God around you, Archangel Michael, and anybody that's doing a spell against you, it's like a rubber band. When you pull it and it snaps back and it hits them in the face, okay? So just do what you need to do for yourself. And yeah, people try and throw energy. I know when somebody's throwing energy or shade on me. I know it. And I do what I need to do. I don't wish any harm to anybody. I don't think that when you do that, when you point one finger forward for someone else, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. That's why I don't get into the stuff with people gossiping on here or anywhere else. I just don't want to do it. Talking. All right, there you go. And someone may be talking about you, okay? And that might be because you decided to walk away from something because it was draining you financially and spiritually and physically, okay? So let them talk. Let them talk, because your actions prove who you are. Other people know who you are. Sometimes people will get upset because they are projecting, okay? Rejected. Remember, rejection is protection, kids. And that's the truth. Fake flexing, acts rich, flosses money, acts fancy, and shows off, etc. You had a dandy in the mix. Oh boy. Grudge holder. They're like, you know, they might be smearing you, but you're too busy winning. I love this reading for you. Same, different day. That's their stuff, okay? Not yours. Giving money. You know the laws of attraction. It is in giving that we receive. You want to give to people who are not taking advantage. It's very important for us to protect ourselves. I give a lot to people, but when I see they're starting to take advantage of me, I pull back. I pull back quick. Or maybe sometimes I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because I don't want to be projecting either. We do have to really examine things like that, okay? Because human nature is to project, and a lot of times it's blame shifting. We don't want to do that, okay? Because you're giving, and you're not giving to receive. You are an extremely giving person, and you don't give with an agenda, because you can feel the difference in the energy, okay? And if somebody's copying you, and they say it's the ultimate, it is the ultimate compliment. Depends upon the situation, okay? If they're not giving you any credit and they're copying you, that's almost like a copyright infringement. Haha, wolf in sheep's clothing, there you go. It's like this person you were with, or the person that you were working with, they're upset that you're not around anymore, and they can't figure it out because they can't take a look at themselves. And so you can't worry about that, right? You don't want to be taken advantage of anymore. Spiritual hater hates on you spiritually, light and magic power. They better stop. They better stop. Just because you saw what they were doing, they shouldn't be angry with you. And I'm going to go on to part 2, because this has to be looked into a little bit more. It's getting interesting. Spill in the tea, baby. Look for part 2.